All right, let's dive into Maut, nach, which translates to the Dance of Death. And let me tell you, it lives up to the name. This is a supernatural thriller that really gets into the dark side of ambition. It makes you wonder, right? Where do you draw the line between justice and, well, pure revenge? And what happens when someone who's completely desperate suddenly becomes the key to unlocking a murder mystery that's been cold for 7 years?
The story kicks off with this line, which, wow, it just sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? Right from the get-go, you know this isn't going to be just any performance. It's a promise, almost a threat that something way more sinister than art is about to take the stage. So, let's meet our protagonist, Tara. She's this incredibly gifted dancer, but she is just being absolutely crushed by pressure from all sides. I mean, she is right at her breaking point. And you know what happens when someone's that vulnerable, right? It creates the perfect opening for something really, really dark to slip in.
So you're probably asking, what's got her so on edge? Well, for starters, there's this huge lead role, Sita, up for grabs. But everyone's pretty sure it's going to go to her rival, Polima, who happens to be the director's favorite. On top of that, she gets this ultimatum from her dad. Land this role this month or you're getting married off. Just like that. So her dream is slipping through her fingers, and her entire future, her freedom, is on the line. This isn't just stress, you know? This is that deep, soul-crushing despair that would make anyone desperate for a way out.
And right then, when she's at her absolute lowest, things get weird. It starts out small, just little things, but this unseen presence starts making itself known. And trust me, it's not friendly.
Just try to put yourself in her shoes. You're home alone. You hear a knock at the door, you open it, nobody's there. Then you turn around and your phone, which was on a perfectly dry table a second ago, is now just sitting in a puddle of water. Freaky, right? But it gets worse. Later, you're at the train station. It's almost empty, and you see her, a pale woman in a white dress, hair covering her face, just staring at you. This becomes Tara's new reality. A ghost has latched onto her, and believe me, it is just getting warmed up.
And here's where we see this spirit isn't just hanging around. Oh no, it's taking action. A clerk tries to dismiss Tara, right? Tells her to just give up. And suddenly Tara's voice drops, her whole demeanor changes, and she commands him to take her application. The guy is left completely terrified. Then her rival Polima gets physical. She actually attacks Tara. And out of nowhere, this pale, ghostly hand just shoots out and throws Polima against a wall, killing her instantly. See, Tara's problems are literally disappearing, but it's through this insane, brutal violence that she never asked for. That line between a protector and something monstrous, it's getting really, really blurry.
Okay, so after Polyma's death, the director, a guy named Thapa, he corners Tara. He is convinced she knows something. He's yelling, shaking her, demanding answers. But then her head just drops, and when it slowly comes back up, her face is twisted in this terrifying smile, and she speaks, but it's not her voice. It says, "What will you do, baby? Kill me again?" Thapa just freezes in pure terror. He knows that voice. It belongs to a woman named Chanda, a woman he knows has been dead for 7 years.
So, this is the big reveal, right? Who was Chanda? Well, the spirit answers that question for us, and for Tara. It forces this horrifying vision on her, and suddenly, this whole dark, twisted secret from 7 years ago comes rushing out. And guess what? It connects everyone, all the key people in Tara's new show.
So here's the story. 7 years back, Chanda was a dancer in this same production. She finds out she's pregnant and tells the producer, James, it's his. He completely denies it. So, Chanda threatens to expose all his illegal side businesses. His response? He gets the theater's clerk to attack her, beat her nearly to death. But as she's lying there bleeding, James's wife, Mia, shows up. And she's the one who finishes the job by drowning Chanda in a bucket of water. They covered it up, her death was called an accident, and the secret was buried, until now.
Okay, so now Tara knows everything, and this knowledge, it changes her. She's not just some scared girl being haunted anymore. She makes a conscious choice. She decides to become a willing partner in this plan for revenge. So on opening night, when she walks out on that stage, she's not just there to dance. She is stepping into a role in a final, bloody act of supernatural vengeance.
And what a performance it is. Tara is absolutely flawless. Her dancing is powerful, perfect, almost inhumanly precise. The audience is completely captivated. But what they don't see, what we know, is that there's an invisible partner on that stage. Ghostly feet are moving in perfect time with hers. She's not dancing alone.
This is a duet with the dead.
So while Tara is enchanting everyone out front with her beautiful dance, something far more brutal is happening backstage. Chanda's ghost finally appears to her killers, James and Mia. She drags them into a washroom and just smashes their heads into the mirror over and over again until it shatters. And the last thing they ever see is her vengeful face smiling back at them from the broken glass.
Tara hits her final pose. The crowd goes wild, erupting in applause. But in a split second, that applause turns into screams. Because dropping from the rafters above the stage are 3 bodies. They land with a thud. It's James, it's Mia, and it's the clerk who helped them all those years ago. Chanda's revenge is finally and very publicly complete.
So, what happens after a night like that? I mean, where does the story even go? The stage gets cleaned up, but the horror of it all lingers. We find Tara visiting the director, Thapa, in the hospital. Remember him? He survived his own little run-in with the ghost, which ended in a pretty nasty car crash.
Tara comes clean. She tells him she knows everything that happened. And you'd expect him to be horrified, right? But no. Instead, Thapa makes this unbelievable offer. He's going to restart the show, and he wants her to be the lead. Let that sink in. He knows she was possessed by a vengeful ghost, he knows the truth behind 3 murders, and he still offers her the role of a lifetime. A career built on a foundation of pure horror.
And Tara? She just smiles and accepts. She got everything she wanted. The role, the career, her freedom. But it was all bought and paid for with blood. And that's where the story leaves us, with this really unsettling question. Was any of this really justice for Chanda? Or is this just the beginning of a whole new nightmare for Tara? By saying yes, has she just traded one trap for another, binding her soul forever to the dance of death?